So how's it going with all the Facebook keyboard pirates? Saving the world one stroke at a time? Enter int. Anyway, so we're heading out very soon to go and do some Lakshmi Seva. I just quickly wanted to read from the Bhagavada Gita, just do a Krishna. Okay, here we go, perfect, just in time. Bhagavada Gita, as it is. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, his editors and chiefs. Na karmaṇām anārambhān, naiṣkarmyaṁ puruṣo śnute, na sannyasanād siddhiṁ samadhigacchati. Not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction. Nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Purport. The renounced order of life can be accepted when one has been purified by the discharge of prescribed form of duties which are laid down just to purify the heart of materialistic man. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of life, sannyas. According to the empirical philosophers, simply by adopting sannyas or retiring from fruitive activities, one at once becomes as good as Narayan. But Lord Krishna does not approve this principle. Without the purification of the heart, sannyas is simply a disturbance to the social order. On the other hand, if someone takes to the transcendental service of the Lord, even without discharging his prescribed duties, whatever he may be able to advance in the cause is accepted by the Lord. Buddha Yoga. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatma bhayat. Even a slight performance of such a principle enables one to overcome great difficulties. Interesting. The next verse is also very interesting. Nahi kaścit kṣaṇam api jātu tiṣṭhaty akarma-kṛt. Kāryate avaśaḥ karma sarvaḥ prakṛti-jair guṇaiḥ. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. Purport. It is not a question of embodied life, but it is the nature of the soul to be always active. Without the presence of the spirit soul, the material body cannot move. The body is only a dead vehicle to be worked by the spirit soul, which is always active and cannot stop even for a moment. As such, the spirit soul has to be engaged in the good work of Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it will be engaged in occupations dictated by the illusory energy. In contact with material nature, the spirit soul acquires material bodies, material modes, and to purify the soul from such affinities, it is necessary to engage in the prescribed duties enjoined in the shastras, in the scriptures. But if the soul is engaged in his natural function of Krishna consciousness, whatever he is able to do is good for him. The Srimad Bhagavatam affirms this. Tattva sadharmam charnam bhujam hare vajjan apakvokta patittato jadi jatrakva vadhadram abud amusyakim kovarta aptobhajatam swadharmataha. If someone takes to Krishna consciousness, even though he may not follow the prescribed duties in the shastras or execute the devotional service properly, and even though he may fall down from the standard, there is no loss or evil for him. But if he carries out all the injunctions for purification in the shastras, but it does not avail him if he is not Krishna conscious. So the purificatory process is necessary for reaching this point of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, sannyas, or any purificatory process, is to help reach the ultimate goal of becoming Krishna conscious, without which everything is considered a failure. So very interesting. The living entity is the active principle within the body. It is the reason that this body is moving and flailing about. The living entity is the active principle. I, the conscious being, am the active principle. That's the difference between a living body and a dead body. When the soul leaves the body is considered a dead body. When the soul is present within the body, then it's considered a living body. Arjuna's question to Krishna was, I don't want to fight this battle. I don't want to engage in this ghastly warfare. It's better that I go off and a gentle saintly person in the forest, and Krishna was saying to him here, not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction. So simply by sitting down and doing nothing doesn't mean that you avoid karma, doesn't mean that you avoid reaction. Then nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Simply by sitting down alone doesn't mean you're going to attain perfection in your spiritual life. And then he says, very interesting, everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities as acquired from the moment of nature. Therefore no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. According to the nature that you've acquired from your past activities, hopes and desires. For so many years, so many bodies we've desired and hoped and prayed for so many things and held them as hopes in our heart. So when we're born, these hopes fructify. In your past life you have a particular interest. I find girls interesting, I find boys interesting, I find cars interesting, I find drugs interesting, whatever the situation might be. Those original thoughts come to you from past experience. That's my understanding. So in this life, we're hopelessly impelled to do something. But the question being then, the point then being is, we should take to Krishna consciousness, we should act in a Krishna conscious way. This science of understanding the difference between the soul and the body is what sets a Krishna conscious person apart from an ignorant person. If one acts on the platform of I am my body, I am the senses, and to please the body and senses is the goal of life, then that's called and understood to be the animal platform of existence. So anyway, I hope you all have a good New Year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and may you all become Krishna conscious. Give us your blessings. Hare Krishna.